Alrighty. Just waiting for the market to open. We got about 2 minutes here. I'll turn this down a little bit. What's up, Adam Reed? How you doing? Chris Daniel, present. Going back to the old school. Love it. All right, I'm just, while we're waiting for the market to open here, I'm going to look at the options chain, see what's going on in terms of which options we want to grab. Probably looking at the 14th for the SPY. Most likely 432s, 430s, if I had to guess. I'm sorry, 434s and 430s. But we'll see when that market opens in the Greeks update. How's everybody doing? It is Friday, June 9th, 2021. Market opens here, and let's take a look in 47 seconds, and I'll be ready. Let's follow up the Momo after a strong day yesterday. And welcome to the Patreon members. Just jumped in. All right, 23 seconds this market opens. Let's see what is going on. Yeah, definitely going to stick with the July 14th. The June 12th are a little close after yesterday. Yesterday, I played some ninths on the SPX because there was no volume on the 12th. Man, I did not enjoy it. I mean, yes, I made some great gains, but holy smokes. Watching those premiums fluctuate that quickly was giving me a heart attack. No bueno. All right. So, what's going on? Brian, how you doing? Alicia, how do I pick my strikes again? I go by deltas. I go by the deltas. I usually shoot for a delta that's anywhere between 0.35-ish, 0.42, somewhere in there, which puts me right about $2 to $3 out. Happy Friday, Victor Nightfrog. What is going on? Alicia, how you doing? Leafy Street. Henny, yeah, buddy. Yesterday was amazing. Incredible. Yesterday is the type of days that you want to strike. All right, here we go. Market is now open. I'm going to switch to the 1 minute just for the first few minutes today. Big green candle on the SPY. Q's open and down 0.18. FAANG's a mixed bag. XLK is down. XLF is big greeny there. And Q's are down. I'll anticipate some volatility there with the Biden news today. We'll see how that plays out. SPY, immediately sold off in the SPY. 432.45. VIX, where's the VIX at? VIX is up from yesterday, or it went down big time after that climb, and then now we're actually coming back up. And 1740.54 here after topping out way up here at 1805, which is the highest we've been in a while. So, yeah. Back to SPY. This is the 1 minute chart. I'll stay on here until we're at 8:33. I'll switch to the 3 minute, and then we'll go from there. Been getting smoked on V-shaped recoveries while holding puts. Yep, you got you. Yeah, my mouse battery's low. Sweet. All right, yeah, you have to be careful because SPY is famous for V recoveries. So, like, kind of once the sellers fizzle out, the buyers will step in and bring this right back. You have to realize there's a crap ton of volume. It doesn't happen all that much on regular stocks because there is not enough volume on regular stocks to uphold those kind of V recoveries all the time. With SPX or SPY, there's a ton of volume. There's a ton of buyers, there's a ton of sellers, all the institutional buyers, all the retail buyers and sellers, they're all in SPY. So that's why it's so easy for this to do a V-type recovery. Could you explain the last video of the morning trend and afternoon trend? Yeah, sure thing, Sonny. Absolutely. So, so market open until 10:05 Eastern, we form the morning ranges, which is indicated here by the yellow dots, and these things will move as this thing is hollowed out. And at 10:05 Eastern, these things will be set. That's our morning ranges, and that's the low and the high price over the morning range. And those are the prices we'll play. And those kind of help us indicate where the price is going to go, how the day's going to play out. If it's a trend day or a range day, a trend day is when it breaks the bounds of either lower or higher, trends up or trends down. Range day is where it kind of bounces up and down in between these prices throughout the day. Range days, if it plays true, are very easy to play as long as it's not like this little tight chop. If it plays true, you can play the bottoms and tops. If it breaks out, once we have confirmation it breaks above, this thing's going to trend up. You can just hold the call throughout the day and just make bank. That's where you make your big money. So the ranges are awesome. They're money. I play the ranges as well as the volume profile and the VIX. Those three in combination are one of the best combinations I've ever traded with. So highly encourage you to learn those. All right, all right. So let's take a look here at, I'm going to open up the options chain once more time. All right, the 434s are 0.41 deltas. Implied volatility is 10, so down a touch from yesterday, but a little bit higher than last week. Still, we were around 8% on implied volatility last week. This week we're a touch higher at 10%, a little bit less than yesterday, which is good. I don't want too high implied volatility. The puts are higher implied volatility, so they're 11, 12% outside the money, whereas these are 10%. So touch higher. That just implies that people are expecting a downturn than otherwise. I'm actually going to go with the 435 calls because I want to go with the 0.33 deltas. 0.41 deltas are a little high. That's almost a 40% move on a dollar move on SPY. So I'm going to go with that. The 435 calls and the puts, I'm going to go with 430s. Yeah, let's go with the 431s. 430s. I'm going to stick with the 430s. So I'm going to post those in the room. Watch list. SPY July 14th. $435s, 430s. And I'll figure out the Qs and the SPX. Nice, Carpet Donnelly. Appreciate it. Yeah, you put that in the room for me. Sweet. So what is a good indication that's breaking the trend? All right. All right, I'm going to let this thing shake out for a second, and I'll go over this. Let me get these horizontal lines. So if this was the morning range, and I'm going to set these to yellow in the morning, right here. All right, this is the morning range. So if this thing comes down and we see it just a little fluctuation, maybe it pops above, comes back and comes up, comes back and touches this and rejects, you can anticipate a little more predictable action. If it pops as a range day or trend day to the upside here, we'll see a green candle, a follow-on green candle, and then corresponding volume. If I see a corresponding volume, which means a big green candle, big green move, then we'll think, all right, I'm comfortable taking calls and riding this trend up. If I see a big green candle here, but a very small green candle on the volume, that's a non-supported movement, I don't want to take that. It's a bearish indicator. That thing's going to get sold off. Or if I see a green candle puncture up here above, I don't want to jump the gun because it can immediately get sold off back into the range. And if it comes back into the range, most likely, it's going to be a range day. Most likely. I play the probability. That's all it is, playing the probabilities. You have to have good enough indicators that'll narrow down instances to give you a higher probability of success. Where'd my SS? All right, so I didn't do that there. Okay. Morning session. It's going to be a, let's see. Let's do something a little different. Stand by. I'm just updating the options air SPY sentiment poll. There we go. All right, that's updated. SPY's right in the middle of their range. Let's take up the Qs. Oh, hey, big sell-off on the Qs there. The VIX is there. Might be a put entry. XLF is starting to climbing. Qs are there. XLK is down big. Tesla's down 0.2. Microsoft is down. Facebook was up, but they're selling. Apple's down. Amazon's down. Google is flat. Netflix is up here. So nice, Beaver Terror. Well done. Nice play. Nice play. Thanks, Sonny. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. John, yeah, I use Power E-Trade. That's that live streaming app, desktop app that I use. It's fantastic. So, no, I'm sorry, it's not the E-Trade Pro is a desktop app. I hate the E-Trade Pro. I use Power E-Trade, which is the app that links front to their website, E-Trade's website. John, I do have a video on how to trade options in E-Trade, how I do it. In terms of how to find options, I choose the deltas, which I go through the Greeks. They watch that Greek video. Good questions. Good questions. All right, so this thing is smack dab in the middle of the range. I'm going to switch to the 3 now that we've got some time built in and auto calculate that. Boom. Bonds are down a touch. XLF is where'd my pricing go? Oh, I went to the 32 minute. That's why. Here, 3 minute. XLF is right in the middle. Qs bounce off the bottom of their range there, and the XLK is doing the same. Good stuff. Was the sell-off yesterday something you could predict? Negative. Now, was I expecting some downside because of the way the price action was acting the past few weeks? Sure, but you can't predict when it's going to happen. That's why I didn't hold a put overnight. So especially in this market, like I'm not stupid. I'm not going to fight this continuing upward bullish trend. Now the day-to-day stuff is different. Like I'll play puts all day long if the individual time frame permits that. But in terms of holding overnight, we're still in a bullish market. So holding puts overnight is very risky. You're basically, those who held overnight yesterday got lucky. Held puts overnight. Now they paid off big time, but look at this. I mean, we just gapped up from 430 up to 432. So $2 we gapped up. Your puts would have been smoked. I mean, you're looking at a 60% loss if you're a shorter DTE right off the bat, just from being gapped up $2 if you're holding a put. So yeah, if you're longer DTE, it'll be a little less. In your videos, explain the 821 VWAP volume, squeeze Momo. What do you have another video? The volume profile. I've done a video specifically on the volume profile, and I've done a video on the session ranges. So if you use the VIX, the volume, and those session ranges, those 3 combined right there are going to be fantastic. And everything else, 8 EMAs and stuff, is pretty much generic. I guess I could do a video on the 8 EMAs. I mean, I've done one on the 21, I believe, the 8 and 21 combo. But yeah, I mean, those are the main ones, and they're pretty generic. There's not much you can say about the 8 and 21s other than those are just regular exponential moving indicators. It's how I use them. Nice, Alicia. It paid off. Well done. Well done. All right, so here, look, this price action just popped above the morning range here. We still got about 25 minutes until we form the morning ranges. We'll see how this thing is hollowed out. I'm going to move these lines here because I don't need them yet until we form the ranges. Laughlin, in the Discord, he was kind enough to create this indicator for me, or for us. And this is the session ranges that automatically form in TradingView, and it'll set solid at 10:05 Eastern. I do Maverick. I don't use it though. I don't use it on the VIX. How do we add OM session ranges here? Just go in indicators, OM session ranges, right there. There it is, right there. All right, so look, let's zoom out time frames. We got some resistance right here, 433.49. Little support right here. 433.50 is what I've got as upper resistance. 432.63 is upper resistance, which we've already popped. And then, of course, 430.31 is support, which is right about here. And 428.02. So, Polar Bear made one for TOS as well. Nice. Nice. Have you started a 25K challenge yet? It's coming soon. I've got a lot going on here, so that's not a high priority for me. It's going to be done this week or next week. I tried to set it up with TOS, and they freaking dropped the ball. So I hate Weeble, but I'm doing it because everyone wants Weeble, so I'm going to set it up in Weeble. But it's not going to be a 25K challenge. It's going to be a 6 month to a year challenge, basically. I'm going to put in $1,000. How far can I take $1,000 with everybody watching everything? So. All right. So this thing is popping. Let's go to 3. Cranking. We've got 20 minutes. It ain't getting new all-time highs. XLF beasting. Q's right in the middle of their range here. XLF there. VIX dropping. We're right at the POC. All right, let's take a look. Sorry, I was texting the old wife. Texting the old ball and chain. There's the 5-minute chart here. EMA's 34.21.8. That keeps showing up. I need to delete that. All right, I don't want the 9 and the 8. Just useless. 8's up here. Big green candle here on the SPY. Currently at 433.31. Look at that. What did it do? It rejected right at my first resistance. It was just shy of my first resistance. Rejected down. So we'll see. Yeah, it's surely possible, though, Tony, for sure. No, that was only for yesterday, Harkin. Option Silly Pants was only for yesterday, not today. That deal's off the table. Nice, Kevin. Fantastic. Overnight calls are up 100% today. Yeah, they are running sticks for sure. So VIX is getting a bounce off the POC. Q's there, XLF. I'm tempted to take puts here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to kind of see the direction of the day play out before I jump in a position. I had a fantastic day yesterday. I made an absolute killing. It was the biggest single day gain since I started this Discord back on April 2nd. So it was a fantastic day to trade. I hope y'all made some money as well. I was slinging it yesterday. Fantastic. That's the name of the game, man. You know, day trading is not all getting rich every single day. You have to trade every day, grind out the small 10%, 5% wins every single day. And then when a day like today comes, or today like yesterday, you tee it up and you crank it out of the park. That's what you do. So if you can have 1 to 2 big wins a month, and then the rest of your wins are a bunch of small wins and a few small losses. Everyone got to take some losses, and then no big losses. If you can follow that strategy, you're going to knock it out. You're going to kill it. Those 1 to 2 big wins a month will pay for everything. They will make your account. As long as you can maintain the other 3 standards, you'll blast it. Can we have a 30-second recap of yesterday? Benjamins, Jacksons and Benjamins, baby. Slinging Benjis. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, yesterday was huge volatility, huge like $1 swings, $2 swings. So I was just playing the swings. And whenever the volume told me we're selling off, I just buy put. And it was like 56% gain, 46% gain, 25% gain. It was killing it. It was ridiculous. So good stuff. Price point on SPY today. I don't know. I don't really do price targets. You know, some people are. I just know. I think it's a little arrogant to say SPY will absolutely hit 437 today. I don't think anybody can, with any certain degree of accuracy, say that. So I try not to do price targets. I just try to give general directions. I tell me where I say where the volume's going. Nice, nice, 40%. Nope, definitely not getting the volume here we had yesterday. Nick Nate, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. That's why I'm here. I'm here for y'all. I'm kind of doing a lot of cleanup and change things, and that's why I haven't seen too much YouTube content the past 2 or 3 weeks. I'm just kind of reshuffling and creating a script for everything I want, and where I want to take this Discord, and where I want to take this brand, and what I want to do for y'all. So definitely, I had to jump in the fire, so to speak, the past 3 months because I did not anticipate being OM or having this online platform. So now that I know a little bit more about how things work, I'm kind of pivoting and changing things to give y'all the best product I can give you. Yep, I am, Sonny. I've got a long script of things I'm going to be churning out here, and that's what I'm going to be focused on. The podcast and the YouTube educational videos, that's what I'm going to be focusing on. All right, so SPY here. I'm going to switch to the 3. VIX. Hey, Q's is spiking after that. Nice. Okay, a little rebound with the Q's there. SPY. Night Frog, what's going on? 14.5% calls and $1.10 and 128. Nice. Well done. Thank you very much for that super chat. Appreciate that. Thank you, Sonny. Thank you very much. I trade SPY, and last month I threw in Qs as well. I don't trade Qs still all that much, but I decided to open up the option to trade the Qs. Yeah. Thanks, Night Frog. I appreciate the support. Always coming out. He's been here for a long time. Thank you very much. Awesome stuff. Great trade. Well, here's the thing. We have the buying volume is significantly more than the selling volume this morning, obviously. SPY is here, but volume is starting to drop a little bit, and now we've got this red coming in here. So I'm watching how this volume plays out right here before I start taking a call or a put. If we get selling volume coming in, we'll take it down. But at this moment, buyers are very much in control, especially after this bounce off the Qs and the Ks here. VIX is falling, but they're off their POC here on the 3. Yeah, it's hard to do, Night Frog. It's hard to do. I've tried trading while in the office at work, and it just doesn't work. So this thing's hovering right at that support I noted. I supported that 430. I noted that 433.50 support, and it's rejecting right off, right below it, right there. And if let's zoom out. So here, look at that volume profile, 433.50 right there, that 433.50 level, and it's jumping right off of it, right on that volume node, right there. We've been trending in this area, except for the outliers, obviously, but we've been trending in this area since the second. That's why that volume node is starting to build and build. We'll see if that holds true today. Yep, I am stopped. Trading while flying? No, I'll do admin work too. Like when I'm not flying, I don't, I do admin work. And, I got to take care of my troops and stuff like that. So back when I was on flying days. All right, so we got 10 minutes until we form the ranges. 0.64 in Tesla, they're still falling. Microsoft's down. Facebook is up. Apple is there. Amazon's 0.23. Netflix is flat. Tesla just raised the prices of their Model S, $5,000. All right. SPX, let's see, the volume on the 14th is non-existent. Let's look at the 12th. 12th is just nothing there. I am not playing 0 DTE SPX. It's not happening. Yesterday was a little too much for me. All right, so SPY is just stuck right here. It's kind of just trending on this area. 433.46 currently. A little too fast for me, Tempsy. A little too fast. Yesterday I traded 1 DTE with SPX because there was no other volume. And it just like, I was right and I made a killing, but like the thing fluctuates so much. Every little bitty candle in SPX, it was fluctuating like 5-10%. It's too much volatility for me. If I'm wrong, you're going to be wrong big. What cars do I have? I have Infinity, and I've got a Toyota Tundra Crew Max that's lifted and customized. Prepare cabinet for 434, possibly. All right, so we kind of busting through that little POC now, that node. I think so, Henny. I think they will turn green. SPY. XLK there, TLT. Yep, Tundra. I love Tundras. My favorite truck. Sacrifice to the kids. Yeah. VIX is currently there. Qs are, I mean, I don't see a lot of strength here. I see, yes, obviously it's popping, but I don't see like, there's not like the market is bright green. You know what's funny? This makes me laugh. This makes me laugh. Back in the spring, or the winter, there was a huge emphasis on TNX. Like that's all everyone was talking about. Like CNBC, Yahoo Finance, Fox News, all that stuff. All they were talking, the finance sectors were talking about TNX. Every time this thing ticked up, 1.6, 1.5, the market would tank. Like every time it was correlated. But all of a sudden, no one cares about it anymore. Now it's the opposite. Now it goes down, SPY goes down. It goes up, SPY goes up. Whereas in the spring and summer and winter, it was inversely related. So it's funny how that works. All right, this thing's grinding away. Let's check the 5-minute squeeze Momo. Just fired green on the 5. Volume is still continually falling off here. Former AC 130U here. Nice. Welcome. Thanks for being here. I love all the military people in here, man. Awesome stuff. Well, Dano, that's part of being in a bull market, unfortunately. 5 minutes until the rain starts. Hold on, I gotta silence DJ Roomba. How often do I fly now? About 3 to 4 times a week. 434.71 currently. 433.80 right up here is pretty much where we topped out at. Next resistance is 434.10. Luke P was a tuba player in the Navy SEAL band. That must have blew. Looks like a SPY trend day. I mean, we don't know that yet. That has some indications of it, but we don't know that yet. All right, so the VIX is on this POC here of 1680. Was it 1686 here? If it pops below that, we very well could climb to all-time highs here. Do I use HA candles? Negative. Never have. Calls on DJ Roomba. That's right. How do you determine if today's contracts are at low volume? Any specific number? It's not a specific number. I like to buy in the thousands. If I'm looking at contracts that like total volume is like 300, that's extremely low. Like that, you're talking about liquidity issues there. You may get stuck in a contract. So, when I'm looking at these numbers here, like even the SPY, let's go to the SPY contracts here. For the July 14th, you're looking at 2,200, 2,500. On the puts, 2,600. That's still low for SPY on the 14th. I may even switch to the 12 today because you're looking at 15,000 in volume, 9,000, 10,000 in volume, but they're going to move quicker. So I may end up switching to the 12s until that volume picks up. Not a trend day yet, people. Not a trend day yet. It very much looks like a trend day, but we're not confirmed yet. If you want to take a call, don't do it based on the fact that you think it's a trend day yet. We're almost there. No, running sticks. That would be an insane amount of commissions. No way. Patience is key. That's right. I was in the Navy for 8 years, HS5. Nice. Helicopter anti-submarine squadron. Very cool. Pilot, or are you just on the helicopters? Very cool. Can you give me one long-term stock for the next 2 years? What's your pick? Interesting concept. Oh, man. For the next 2 years, I would say Boeing. I'd say Boeing. Boeing's been very good to me. Amazon's not going anywhere. That's always a safe bet. But with the tech stuff, they may crack down on some tech. That's why it's not Apple, because there could be some crackdown on Apple and tech and stuff like that. But Boeing is not going anywhere, especially with geopolitical climates always constantly increasing. Climate's getting more aggressive. Boeing, I assure you, is never going anywhere. It doesn't matter. About the 737 MAX stuff will blow over. So I would go all Boeing. I've just never used them, temps. Never used them. Moving forward, I wouldn't get a Boeing. He's talking about one single stock. I obviously wouldn't put everything in one single stock, but all right. Morning ranges is currently set 434.07, 432.32. That's the official morning range. All right, 434. Oh, wait, currently XLF is up and up and up. Q's there, XLK is there, VIX coming down. Can you show the stream how many contracts you buy? I mean, I don't talk about my position size normally. The past few weeks I've been showing some of them just because, transparency. But I don't make it a habit of showing my position size. I think it creates extremely bad habits. I think that was proven yesterday in the channel screenshots. So normally anywhere from SPY is about 100 to 200. I don't go over 200 because that's when you start really cranking up the commissions. But SPX, anywhere from 10 to 15 to 25 to 30. That's always in that range. That's a comfortable position size for me without freaking out if things go red. If I start getting higher up than that, then it's like, all right, we're talking about close to six-figure positions, which I try to stay away from. Well, Henny, I'm talking about, in terms of Boeing, like they're very the commercial market. So that's why, Boeing's not going anywhere, I probably assure you. So their stock price is still very low. It should not be this low. Especially, you could talk about Crone all day long, but I went on I went to the airports a month ago, and it was the busiest I've ever seen it. My entire life, I've never seen an airport that busy that I did in June. People want to fly. Like, this Corona nonsense is crap. Now it is. I'm not saying it was. Now it's crap. So the airline market will recover quickly. Not necessarily liquidity. It's just I don't like playing with those large position size on one particular position. Not anymore, at least. It's a little too much risk for me. That is not insider. I want to be clear. That's not insider info. I don't know anything more than y'all do in terms of Boeing. It's just I like the stock. VIX down at 1672 SPY. $434.09. Let's zoom out a little bit. I don't want to be. You always want to be intentional with your charting. Don't sit here and just lollygag and wait for the price to tell it to do something. Like, be intentional with your charting. We're at 434.09. Look at that. We are currently at highs for July 2nd. So that's a strong resistance. And we just rejected it again. So that'll be a 434.10. Will be a strong one. Let's see. Currently at the top of the range, VIX. There, QQQ is at the top. XLK is there. Nice, Johnny. Nice. All right, let's see what y'all said for the morning ranges here in the sentiment room. Oh, nobody wanted to vote. Okay, cool. Never mind then. All right, 433.87. Right at the top of that range, VIX is there. Why we get a bounce here? Interesting. All right, I'm gonna open up my put contracts in the events that in the event that we reject. Let's see here. 430s, deltas, 412s. Nope, gonna go with that. All right, okay. I'm gonna stick with the 432s. I'm gonna adjust those to the 432s. The delta's moved up to 37 cents. So I'm gonna go with the SPY 14 432s. Puts. In the event, I'm not taking them yet, but I'm just in the event. I'm gonna be ready if we reject. All right, so right now I'm watching VIX because VIX is right here on the 3 minutes. See if we're going to bounce off this POC. If we get an upturn in the VIX here, we might get a downturn on SPY. But currently at the top of this range, morning ranges are set. The volume has died off on the volume total. We had this big volume candle here on the buying, but very little price movement. That's a bearish indicator. We have this big volume candle, small volume, bearish indicator. It's not moving. Sellers are starting to step in. I want to see a bigger red candle to see if we're going to start to downturn here. If I start to see selling volume come into play here, this will downturn. Now, after I look at volume and VIX, I'm going to confirm with my other indicators, my EMAs. I want to start to see the 8 start to turn down. I want to see the squeeze Momo start to die off. Look, it just turned dark green. That's a bearish indicator. So we'll see if this thing starts to come on down. What I don't want to do is buy a put. It consolidates here for an hour and then goes wah and just rockets. I don't want that to happen, which is potential. So I want to see confirmation that we're going to reject. That's right. It's just raw. Hey, y'all are crazy. VIX is still on the downtrend here, man. Just hardly any green, all on the way down. 1686. Big pullback of 20 cents. Oh man, this is garbage. Garbage. Can you please tell us what changes you made to the watch list? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 432s. I think I've decided to go with. So yeah, actually, good point. I'll go ahead and edit that. I'm gonna edit the watch list in OM to 432s instead of 430s. Boom. In terms of calls, let's take a look at that. Let's go to the 436s. Yeah, no, yeah. 436s. I'm going to stick with 435s. A little lower delta, but I'm going to stick with the 435s. All right. Man, materials sector is booming. Energy's up. Q's big red on the Q's. Big old red candle. XLK is down, and XLF is still cranking. Maybe we'll get a little bounce here on the SPY. Love to play some puts. But that red candle is getting bought there too. Look at the volume though. Look at the volume. Volume's down. The volume on SPY is decreasing. We'll see how this candle goes. No, Carmine, I don't. It's not something I want to add. That eventually, if I do that, allow that kind of creep, eventually I'll just go back to trading everything. And I know me. I don't want to go back there. I have stock PTSD. I don't want to go back to that place. I'm very happy trading this little stuff. I would consider IWM. I would consider it. But it's kind of one of those things like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, this thing ain't broke. This has been the, in terms of returns for my money. This has been outside of 2020 because 6 months of my trading career. It's just ridiculous. So why trade it? Why trade it? Yeah, that watch list means I'm buying 435 calls or 432 puts. That doesn't mean I'm opening a All right, test. Hey, you got me back? You got me back? Let's see. Hold on. Nope, you got me. Okay, I had to reset my mic. Sweet. All right, 434.04, still stuck to the range. VIX is still falling. Man, this appears with this strength that we're going to go higher, but, it's hard to tell. So, probably, probably Justin, probably. 434.11 right up here, just gently popping the top of the range, just gently, ever so gently. Q's wicking out here at the top of their range on the 5-minute chart. They're bouncing off of almost VWAP on their way up. SPY is up here off the 8 EMA, not millimeter. It's not a rifle. XLF right above their range, and the VIX is still falling just gently. A little bit of red was bought right up. VIX keeps on falling. All right, here we are above the range. Now we figure out is this going to be a trend day or a range day? Look, FAANG is starting to break down, though. There's more and more red coming into FAANG stocks, Qs, right here. So Squeeze Momo is very much green. Volume is still on this downtrend here. This is one of those things that's going to creep on you. It's not going to go blah. It's just going to go. It's going to creep up all the way to all-time highs, like 436, 436.25, all the way up. And it's going to be like you're going to close your eyes and be like, oh, okay, well here we are, time highs, instead of just seeing anything crazy. Peter Griffin. Sound effects millionaire, my bad. All right, so VIX is 1655. All right, so Q just got shot up here. So VIX does have some room to fall. Look at this. It had a big support at the 1608-ish level right here. Still got another 50 cents or 40 cents to fall for that, which very well could do that. And that'll pop SPY to all-time highs. That was a great episode, Luke P. Great episode. Oh, yeah, for sure, Johnny. It does. It does. That's why I always check it. XLF kind of does the same thing for SPY when there's a big enough move. Do we have is that again. Yep. It is a wired mic. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Options mute there. All right. SPY is 434.36. A range day. If you're going to build an account from 10K, assuming you already have 10K, you need to look at, I would probably do 10% at the most, focus on $500 positions. $500 positions until you get comfortable. You really you're slinging it. If you're doing $500 positions and you're only got a 50% win rate, don't move up from there. Don't move from a $500 position until you're higher. Because I promise you, you'll start doing good and then you'll get smashed and you'll destroy your account. You need to build up your win rate. You need to build up your average win size and then move up to $1,000 positions. That's still high. 10% of your portfolio is still high, but you need to be very cautious and very careful and confident before you start moving up. Do I buy 2 weeks out? No. I buy anywhere from 2, 3 DTEs up to 5 to 7. Number one rule, protect your account. Morgan Rich says, when you keep your losses small, what does that mean? How do you quantify that? Anywhere from 10 to 15%, 20%. You never want a 40 to 50% loss, which happens because I had one, a month and a half ago, at a 60% loss. It happens. But you want to strive to protect your account from 30, 40, 50, 60% losses. So, time decay, yes, absolutely. Time decay will affect your positions, Maverick. If you buy a short dated position here and SPY does this number for 2 hours, you will face time decay. Absolutely, you will. It's not like a daily rate that lops it off at only once a day at the end of the day. It affects you constantly. Time decay, you fight as an options trader. That's what makes options traders so hard versus stock trading. Stock trading, you could buy a stock at tanks and you just wait a month and it comes back. Options do not do that. You cannot buy and hold an option hoping it's going to come back. You'll get smoked. So time decay, you fight constantly. One second. I am purposely muting my mic this time. Just give me about 30 seconds here. All right, now I'm back. I just don't trade futures. I just don't. It's not something I got into, and plus, like, I don't like trading 24/7. VIX say there's a little greeny off the POC. Q's is starting to roll down. Coming out to the 3-month chart here. I just want to kind of zoom in on this. Right up here at 434.19. All right. Nice, Tony. 28%. Beautiful. Just not what I prefer, Slade. Just not what I prefer. Different strokes for different folks. What are our thoughts on QQQ? Let's take a look. I mean, you're gonna have a little more heaviness in the Qs today as versus SPY because of what's going on today with the news. There's definitely some targeting focused on tech sectors today. Qs right here coming down. I mean, you definitely see there's more selling volume here on Qs than the SPY. So it could be a day to focus some puts from the QQQ puts in the event that it does continue to fall. We'll see. We'll see. Right here. SPY is coming back down into the range, which is not good for a trend day, but we'll see. We'll see. Hey, look at that view on Amazon. Interesting. Interesting. All right, this thing is still waiting right here. I'm just not really jumping in position yet until we get some movement. There are starting to be some heaviness here in the looks like the tech sector with Amazon coming down. Looks like there's some Amazon news. I'm just looking at Amazon news. There's XLF starting to dip back down in the range, and SPY is there. All right, look at the volume stepping in here for the SPY and the 3. Let's go to the 5, touching the 8 EMA here on the 5-minute chart. On trend days, the SPY loves to bounce off the 8 EMA here on the 5-minute chart. And we'll see if that holds true today. Nice, Nick. Beautiful. Beautiful. A breakout? You never know. We've had a couple of flushes this week, so it's hard to say whether or not there'll be a breakout or not. But it's definitely things are pinging this highs here. There's a lot of weight with Qs here, but it's still trending and buying up, which is a strong indicator because it's buying up all the weaknesses, all the red plays. So we'll see if this thing breaks up and goes higher. If we do go break higher, I'll take some calls and ride it up. Nice, Corey. Well done. Well done. Let's see here. Yeah, the upside here are those things are the 436s. So yeah, I'll switch that to the 436s because they've moved up since we had this little climb. So I'll switch to the 436 calls. This has all the traits of this thing just kind of pitter pattern up, up, up all day and finishing at 435.50. So if this continues on, we'll see what happens here. But the 5 is being very strong here. I'll kind of wait for maybe that lunch dip or something, or maybe for the next red candle we have is buy some calls and ride it up. So yeah, the wicks on the Qs is crazy. It's just back and forth, getting wicked out. All right, Slade, it sounds like you're on the wrong YouTube channel. All right, SPY is at 434.14 right now, right at the top here. It's just hugging this upper range here. And I was waiting for a decision. I would say, if I'm a bet man, that this thing is going to go up, just kind of a little grind fest here, because that, not only the volume kind of supporting that, but VIX has a little bit way to fall. This thing is to come on down here to these levels of 1680, where this thing was hanging out here for a while on the 7th. And we're currently at the POC, so we'll see. That's what I really want to look forward to here. Currently trading below the 8 EMA on the 5-minute chart for the VIX, which is a bearish thing here. So SPY is still hugging the top. I'm going to switch to the 3. And now we're just hanging out. Just hanging out. All right, so what I'm looking for here, I want this volume to support the decisions here. So I'm watching this volume. The buying volume started to die off here. Now the selling volume is starting to die off. Now, when the buyers step back in, where is this volume going to take me? So if we see some big volume candles here and things start to come up, okay, let's supported volume here. We're going to pop through this volume node, which are hovering 434.12. I had a resistance at 434.10. That's what I had my pre-market resistance set at, which we're currently hovering right there, and it's stuck right there at that 434-ish 10 level. So right on now. All right, so volume, this thing is dipping down below. Let's go to the 5. I want to see that support right on the 8 EMA on the 5. So that's going to be watching this level. This price of 433.96 is what I'm going to be watching very closely. Yeah, Johnny, if you're slinging 200 contracts in SPY, you'll get destroyed on commission. So I'd suggest going with the SPX. If you're trading those position sizes, go with SPX. And usually I do post a SPX SPY like complimentary watch list, so people that can choose either one they want to trade. But yeah, if you're doing the 200 contracts, you need to be doing SPX. Because there's nothing up here. There's nothing up here. Prosperity. So once we pop this 434 and then 436, there's nothing up here. There's no volume. No SPX on Robinhood. Yeah. There is, let's see, Rolance, the guide on how to set up my trading view chart. Yeah. Yeah. So I did a live stream about a month and a half ago that went over the trading view setup, and it was like a 30-minute live stream. I need to find that live stream and save it as an actual video, because it went over everything. Like, I literally sat here and like deleted all my indicators and set it up exactly how I want it. Went through each step. I just got to find it. I know it was on a Sunday. So, all right. So the 5-minute here thing is still bouncing off the ADMA. XLF has got some there. I am close to taking a call here. This eerily looks like the day back on May when this thing just launched and I had that 52% win. This is exactly what it did for like an hour. It just grinded here. It's a little higher, a little higher, a little higher, and then it went and then it went up. So I'm going to wait for a follow-on candle to bust previous highs, and then I'll look at taking a call. What I think is going to do, the VIX is going to fall to previous levels of the lower 16s, and then we're going to go higher. That's what I think. That is what I think. Just a guess, though. It's an educated guess. That's not based on technical analysis. It's just educated guess. So we'll see. I'll take some SPX positions if we have volume come in here, but the only volume I really see on the SPX positions is in the 0 DTEs, which I'm not playing. That's insane. So June 12th right now are going like 500 contracts, 300 contracts, just super low. June 14th is even less than that. So, well, there's 1.6 thousand. So the June 14th has a little more volume came in this morning since I last checked. So. Yeah, I would do June 14th, July 14th. I'm looking at the options chain. I look at the options chain on my E-Trade options chain here. So July 14th. I've got 552. I've got some, those are a little low there. July 12th. They're at what, 1.6K, 417K on the calls. So a little higher, but still. All right, SPX offers both tax incentives and, well, I guess incentives is the wrong word. It's more tax. What's the word? What's the proper word? Beneficial in the terms of tax to trade SPX and SPY. It's actually 6% considered long-term trades, which is taxed at a different rate. as well as, you're going to pay less commissions. You're going to pay less commissions. You're going to, the same 20 contracts of SPX will be 200 contracts of SPY. So you're going to be trading considerably less commissions. There you go. Nathan nailed it. Nathan nailed it. Look at Qs. All right, stand by. Hold on. I'm going to enter a call position here. I still think this thing is going up. Let's do... Qs are going to rage and take this thing higher. Volume is coming in. SPY is going to rage. And let's take some 114s. All right, cool. Let me post this in the room. Stand by one. Let's do 436 here. Got that 114 fill on that little dip. Sorry, I've got a pen in my mouth. Sweet. I had a pen. I put a pen in my mouth. Sorry. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. VIX is on the POC. We still got a little bit of ways to go. Qs is absolutely. Let me look at Qs. I got that volume is still there on the green and just raging up, which I think is going to bring SPY up. XLF is dipping here. SPY is still uptrending and then bouncing on the 5-minute off that 8 EMA to the upside, and VIX still has a little bit downside. So that's how I'm going to go. All right, I chose, how do I choose my date of entry? Yes, based on deltas and volume. So yeah, Qs are ripping. I think it might bring SPY with it, and I'll be watching that closely as well. So if VIX falls to the previous levels of the 1610, 1620, it'll bring SPY close to all-time highs. And that's what I'm banking on. Look at the Qs, man. Look at that. Look at that candle. Figure out this mic eventually. We'll see here. XLK and XLQ are up. XLF is there. SPY is there. VIX is there. XLK, SPY. This thing is getting sold. Not good. Not good. That thing got immediately sold off, which is not good for the calls. Starting good. I was up almost 8%. That thing just got sold off hard. We'll see how this thing goes. Qs there. Our Qs are still ripping. I'm going to hang on to this SPY. I'm 1 cent above breaking even here. I'm going to hold on to the call a little bit just because I think with Qs being this strong and the volume supporting it, I think it's going to bring SPY with it. I just think some people are just taking this profits here, but we'll see what happens. This is what's weighing down SPY at the moment. That was a nice little 10% swing. I went from being up 8% to down 3%. That kind of sucks, but and the volume just sold that crap off hard. So now I just see where this thing goes. All right, right at the 8 EMA here on the 3-minute chart. Yeah, I do too. That's why I'm not selling them. I'm not scared of them. 2% red is not going to scare me after the strength that I'm seeing in the Qs, so we'll see. Little bounce from the VIX here. It's the biggest green candle we've seen today yet. Qs still raging. Look at that. Qs are still getting bought up and going. XLK, but we need a bounce from XLF for the SPY to jump on board. Apple's going. Amazon is getting a bounce there. Microsoft is going. In a 114 version. Yep. The past weeks, the XLF has been weighing heavily on SPY and bringing it down, but SPY will come around. It'll come around. Just got to hold it out. There's the drop on VIX. All right, let's see if VIX can drop. XQs is still just beasting. Let's see if we can get some follow through with SPY. That's all we needed. I need this strength to come into it for sure. So. Yep, just slightly. Just slightly. So tech and XLK are definitely rolling here. XLF is kind of SPY doesn't want to follow. We need some volume to step in here and bring this thing up. It'll pop. Just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. All right. So Qs are up. They got a little red formant here, which I don't like for my SPY calls because they didn't move on that big beast, and now they're coming down with it. So we'll see here. All right, this VIX needs to drop below this range. That's what I want to see. This thing just drop. VIX is up, or SPY is climbing gently, gently. That's right, Elite. Yeah, that's why I'm just being very patient with this one. I'm up 4.5% on these. I'm just being very patient. You know. Come on, look, VIX is low of the day. Come on. I need that VIX to break out of that range and send SPY to Mars. That's what I would like. All right, XLF is starting to come up. Let's see if that can continue on. VIX is there. XLF still climbing. Still climbing. All right, they're currently sitting at $1.18. If this doesn't move, I'll take $1.18 off the table and reassess. And I could always re-enter. But there's $1.19. Q's looking a little heavy. I want to be patient here, but the way this thing's rolling, I don't want sellers to step in and wallop this thing to the downside. So I'm just waiting. We have all time. We have the day's highs here of 434.44. Yeah. So down payment for a new 2022 Tundra. Yeah. I'd like 10% master of subterfuge, but I don't know if we're going to get there with this action. At least not yet. We'll see. There's $1.20. Qs are holding up still. XLF is still holding up. Yep, XLF is still getting some upwards push. VIX, I need VIX to drop. I want VIX to come down to 1610, 1618, somewhere in there. So this is where I'm cautious because we're right at this upper range of resistance of this 434.44 upwards range here, and I don't want the reject and come back down. So I'd rather, with this tight range, it doesn't seem it wants to move. It's been here since what? It's been here for an hour now. An hour. Now we are above the range. We rejected and came back and tested again. If we break higher, this could be indicative of a trend day, which would be awesome to have this position on a trend day. But I also don't want to be greedy on it if this thing sticks here. Eventually, it's going to break. Like, we can't stay here all day. One thing or another is going to happen. So I'm up 5%. There you go. There's nothing wrong with a 5% win on this chop. I promise you. If you want to take a 5%, take it off the table. There's nothing wrong with that. I do on a bigger position here. I'm not going to do it on this one. This one's going to be an all or nothing. It's just so small. A small gain. So XLK is still going up here. VIX is still here though. So that's why I'm still hanging on to this position. Nice, Levy. Nothing wrong with 5%. Nothing wrong with it. So the Qs, XLK, and XLF are still just treading right here. VIX, not want to go anywhere. This little green candle here. I need SPY to hold this candle without dipping too much to give me some confidence for this thing to launch and go higher. 8AMA is still separating. It's still on the uptrend here. Definitely Carmine. Definitely. Why does volume affect what contract you trade? For liquidity. Man, this thing is literally stuck. Stuck. It ain't moving at all right now. So VIX is there. I mean, look at the spread on the VIX. I mean, it's just killer. Just killer. I am not liking this setup. That's a big sell volume on the XLF. There's a big red on Q and XLK. Not giving me the warm and fuzzy for sure. For sure. Whoa. Okay. See that this volume doesn't bode well. Like, look at this. Now, granted, you had this huge sell volume and it didn't move much, but I need to see how this thing is going to recuperate. Because SPY is still coming on down. Let's look at FAANG, see what's doing. Tesla, Microsoft, Facebook. That thing got sold off. All right. Just boring little chop. Boring little chop. Nothing much going on. Slow mover. I will exit this thing soon just because I don't want to start fighting theta if we hold this thing for an hour with no movement. Plus, all it's going to do is further expose me. So I'm up 2.6% on these things. Obviously not what I'm shooting for, but it's better than getting walloped because volume comes in and takes this thing down. Oh man. All right, XLF is coming down there. Qs are there. I'm up 4.39% on these. Bids at 117. VIX is just stuck. There's just there's nothing here. There's just nothing. There is nothing. There's the 5-minute chart. It's still holding true to the ADMA. I'm gonna raise my desk up. Back's starting to get to me. All right, now I'm standing. Now it's time for SPY to go. Stand it up. Good idea. I too will raise my desk. There you go, Stabby. Yep, SPX. Yep, you're right. You're right, Johnny. All right, let's see what we can do. It's got a little bit of uptrend here, a little bit, and we broke highs already. We broke the session highs. Interesting. We broke session highs. What does that mean? I'm up 7%. Try standing on your desk. I put on a little, I don't know, I put on a little extra weight with this muscle mass, so I don't know, it may break the desk. I may break the desk. All right, bids currently 121, 122, 123. Here we go. A little bit of upward trend. Come on now. Does SPY want to go trend? Come on. Look at that. Let's see if we can get a bounce. This is the 5-minute chart now. Nice, McNate. Nice, buddy. Yeah, I always try to, Lee. Always try to get swole. That's the key to longevity, baby. Weight training, strength training. All right, VIX is forming new lows, which I'd like. I need this to come down to 1618 at least, 1610. Oh yeah, for sure, Lee. All right, this thing's coming up here. Let's see what we got. VIX is hardly moving. It got this new low on the day. This is just egregious. Egregious. Q's pop-a-lopping. XLK is up here. XLF is, all right up here at this node. We need XLF to kind of commensurate go everything upwards, which I want to see. Right now I'm at 9.24%. I got 123 on these calls. Let's see if I can get an even 10%. I'd love to get 10% and close these babies out. Nice lick. Nice Nick. 119. What did we say? 119 you exited? Very nice. I had 9.5% flash or 9.2% flash up instantly, but instantly went away here. So let's see if we can keep on going. Thank you for your sacrifice, Leafy. Appreciate it. There's that big drop on the VIX. I want to see that continue to climb. Let's go, baby. Come on now. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a dodgeball. Let's go. Q's dip or a little pop there. XLF is there. There it is. There it is. Come on now. I'm just eyeballing it, Lee. So VIX finally dropped a little bit and needs to come down another 15 cents. Come on, baby. All right, we broke this level. We might get a springboard here. We might get a springboard and go trend. Come on. Get it. All right, VIX finally dropping. Wolf, baby. All right, come on. 131 on these calls, 1584%. Now we're going trend. Come on. I feel like I'm watching a horse race. Sorry, I don't mean to get too excited. I'll try to bring it back down. All right. Well, we are currently at 15% gain on these SPY calls. July 14th, 436. I'm at work. My coworkers are looking at you. Come on. Come on. Let's get it. Just kidding. I can't play that too long. I'll get booted out. I'll get booted out. Nine line grids, 17S. Nice mergs. Busting out the mergs. I like it. 17S PU, Papa Uniform 48146 39204. Cleared hot. Let's do it. What percentage am I at? I'm currently sitting at 17.61% gain on these calls. Qs are up, XLK is up, XLF. Isn't it, Lee? Isn't it, Lee? Nice. Yeah, buddy. 18.49%. Let's keep it going. I don't want to get greedy here. I don't want to get greedy here, but we're going. All right. Let's see. What's my VIX doing? VIX has got a little green there. Q's still going. XLK is there. XLF. It's got some red there. I'm at 16.73 profit on these. I do not want to be greedy. This is a fantastic gain on a day like this. Ooh, interesting. That red candle was immediately bought up. That's the kind of crap I want to see. So this red candle. Oh, now it's switched back to selling. Okay. All right, stay on your toes. I'm almost out. I'm going to hover in the room just in case I need to exit here. Come on now. Because I saw that, Bob, I saw that big red candle, but it was immediately bought up. So I'm still in here now. It definitely looks still strong. I'm watching that Qs here. As XLK is still going. XLF is still sideways, man. And SPY is going, baby. Everything else is not moving too much, but SPY is definitely still going. Still going. VIX looks like it might get a bounce here. All right, I may be close to exiting this position here. We have this another red candle that's forming. We had this red candle form here and then this green one here. Currently sitting at 19.37 cent profit. This is a great profit on a day like today. We don't have a lot of big movement here. VIX doesn't want to fall, and it looks like it's actually getting a bounce here. So I'm just holding because things aren't moving a lot. There's $1.36, which is 2.25%. VIX is getting there. See, that's just a little there. Starting to bounce. There's VIX. XLF is starting to climb, though. Nicely done, buy high, sell low. Yeah, they do, Lee. They do. That's why if I'm monitoring like this, I won't set them. SPY is there on the 5-minute chart. This is what it looks like. Still going up here. The volume is still increasing. We got this volume here, so I just want to be careful that I don't give back too many profits here. I was up to 22%, now down to 17.6%. Still a fantastic gain. And I'm just watching the volume. Like the volume is still supporting this. That's why I'm not jumping on the gun to get out of this. This is a great opportunity to learn because like people always ask me, how do you know to hold on trend days? How do you know to not cut your profits early? Well, because I'm watching the volume here. I'm watching the other indices. I'm watching QQQ. I'm watching XLK. I'm watching XLF. I'm watching SPY. And as long as this agrees with my decision, I'm good. If I start to see this, like if I look at volume doing this, then I'm going to be looking, all right, I'm going to get out of this crap because this is about to dip. But volume still keeps popping. So it's still supportive of this climb, which is good for me. That's why I'm holding on here and being very patient with this position. $22% on these. Let's see here. There's $1.38 on those contracts, $1.39 on those contracts. VIX is still falling. There's $1.40. All right, it's starting to look parabolic. I think we're about to have a jumping point here. This thing looks like it's about to spring, so I'm holding on to these. It looks like it's about to go exponential here. If we can get a pop of volume, it's gonna jump to 435.50. We just need some volume to support this. That's all. XLF finally turning up. VIX has fallen to 1624. That's almost where we were for 1616, 1612. That's where I'd like to be. 19.8%. Great, Michael. Fantastic, buddy. Mine doesn't have any volume either. Nope, not that kind of mine. There we go. Michael Sanders, 19.8%. Well done. Well done. Good stuff. Currently at 26%. VIX is still falling. SPY is still going, baby. $28%. There's $1.45 on the bid. This thing is still climbing. VIX is there. 1626. I'd love to get 1612 out of the VIX. We're at 28% gain on these. There's $1.46. There's 29%. And I'm still watching the volume. Look at this. Look. See how this volume is still here? It's still supportive. I'm not seeing diminishing volume like normally. This is why when I see diminishing volume, that's why I'm quote unquote bearish on calls at all-time highs, because volume diminishes. But look, volume's increasing. This is supportive of a bullish movement. This is why I have no problem holding these calls. And that's why I'm making bank right now. Because as long as the volume supports, I am perfectly fine with holding these calls. Thanks, Troglodyte. Appreciate it. All right, there's $1.48. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this. This is a 30% win. Or I'm going to take 75% of this contract off the table, which I'll go ahead and do. And I've got that. Okay. Let's see here. I've got a limit order in for $1.48. Didn't take it. It dropped down to $1.47 for 75% of my position. It's $1.46, $1.47. If it doesn't move up, I'll drop it down to $1.47. There's $1.46. I'll take that. All right, I closed 75% out, 75% of position. At what I get filled at here. I got filled at $1.46. All right, so look at that. Let's go SPY. Look, this candle just popped up here. New candle starting to form. Volume is still supportive. I'm holding 25% of this position. Sweet, you're still holding. I'm trading SPY, Johnny Dundee. SPY, buddy. All right, now we're back up to 150. Nice. All right, this thing's right here. VIX is falling. XLF is there. Q's. $1.49, $1.50 on the bid ask. So let's look at the volume again. Here's this volume candle. If this volume candle doesn't continue to climb up, I'll close the last half of my 25% or the last piece of the 25%ers. I agree, Michael. I agree. Johnny, I'm trading the July 14th, 436. July 14th, 436. There's $1.50 and 51, baby. Come on. Come on. $1.52, 54. This thing's still climbing. Volume is still there. Things are still up. VIX is still falling. 16.18. So we're almost to my 16.12 price point of VIX. So that's why I want to go ahead and I'm close to closing out the rest of my position here because we're almost to this strength of 16.12-ish, somewhere in this level. I'll see how VIX start and react here. But that was my big play for coming up and holding this position. Nice, Juan Silva. Beautiful 36% gain. I'm still in 25% of this position, $1.54 bid ask. Here's $1.53. SPY there on the 5-minute candle. So we're new all-time highs. Obviously, there's nothing up here. Things are still going up. I want to switch over to the 3-minute chart and just kind of monitor this. All right. There's $1.51, $1.52. I'm probably going to go ahead and close this. I don't know. I'm still watching. Losing my patience with it, though. Right here. See, this one came back up. Still supportive. Now I'm watching this one. Nice, Jenny. Nice, Leafy. Great job. Great job. Chris, awesome, Manny. Awesome. $20 gain. Nice, Feast Mode. Beautiful. Hey, thanks for being here, man. I'm always happy to help. Thank you for being here and supporting the community and awesome stuff. I'm glad you're able to get that 20%, especially on a Friday, man. Especially on a Friday. Enjoy the rest of the weekend with a 20% under your belt. Good stuff. $1.53 on the bid ask, $1.54. Matthew Miller, 30%. Awesome stuff, man. Well done. Well done. Thanks for being a part of it, and thanks for learning. That's what it's all about, learning and enjoying it, man. Learning how to do this. Anybody can show you how to do one good trade, but I want to teach y'all how to do this long term on yourself so you can continue to do this. Even if you decide to leave the Discord or for some reason, like whatever, I want you to be able to learn how to do this your own without you having to rely on any Discord. Not just mine, but anyone. Like I want you to be able to do this on your own. All right, there's the first red candle here. I'm going to go ahead and close out the rest of these. $1.51 out. Okay. Let me post this real quick. Out remaining 25% at 151. I saw that red candle form in the SPY and I got out. It depends on the play, Jason. Depends on the play. That's one of the good things about being on the stream is that you can hear me pretty instantly. Volume analysis. That's all it is, baby. That's all it is. Huge benefit of the stream for sure. So my average was 147 and a quarter on those. Which is a 30.5% overall gain. All right, so VIX came down to 16.15. I was going for 16.12, which is my target. So that's a good explanation there. For those asking why I took that entry, it was all about volume because I took it here. I saw the volume starting to come up a little bit here. I saw the Qs first of all. I saw this green candle. SPY hadn't moved yet. I saw this big green candle on the Qs. I was like, hey, there's the upward momentum. This is why it's so important to monitor the market. I saw the Qs rage. I flipped over to VIX. I saw it was here. I wanted it to fall down. It was currently like a 1645-ish. I wanted to see the VIX fall to 1612, 1608, which is what it had support at previously, which is over here. So I knew there was some room for VIX to fall. So I elected to go ahead and take the call. And obviously, it worked out very well. Whoop-ah. So VIX, volume, and the market sentiment. Those are the three things that I just used. I didn't even look at the EMAs. Like, I don't even look at that. The EMAs are only there for confirmation. It's not there for analysis. EMAs are there for confirmation, not analysis. So you use the market, you use the VIX, and you use the volume for analysis. Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff. Potentially, Maverick. Potentially. Gonna hit the gym. Me too. Pretty soon, Henny. Well done. It's been a fantastic week. Nice, just me. Nice. You're welcome, CJ. Now we're just watching. Negative, Maverick. Never get negative. Q, VIX, XLK, XLF. Those are the main ones. Yep. Yep. Temps, what drives you to commit to the time and effort to distributing all this knowledge? That's a great question, man. I ask myself that question every day because I did not intend for this to happen, you know? I posted my system on Reddit back in March 26th. I think I posted it. And like it blew up, man. I was like, holy crap. You have to realize I don't have any social media. Before this, I didn't have any social media. You know, no Instagram, no TikTok, no nothing. I had a Facebook account that I rarely use just for like keeping in close contact with close friends. That's it. So I posted this on Reddit and it blew up. Like within a week, I had 2,000 people. Now I've got 9,700 people. But it brings me great joy to teach and to educate people. For people to learn this stuff, and I see like complete noobs that learn how to trade this, and they learn like they're starting to talk right, and they're starting to use terminology right, and they're starting to notice stuff that's supposed to be noticed, and learning this system. Like it brings me great joy, and I like helping. I like enjoying. I like educating people. It's fun. It is a lot of time resource though, which is why the whole reason I started the Patreon and I took donations because it's a great deal of time commitment. Some people choose to, some people choose not to. That's fine. Either way, the stream is free, play calling is free because I just like doing it. I just like doing it. It's something I would love to do full time, and I can't do it full time without a source of revenue. So it just is what it is. Unfortunately, I'm still, well, not unfortunately, fortunately, because I absolutely love what I do, but I'm contractually obligated by the Air Force still. But I love doing it. It's fantastic. It's the best job in the world. 1621 on the VIX. VIX came back up here. SPY still hovering back up there with the volume now declining on the selling volume. So maybe the selling volume has dried up and the buyers will step in. Otherwise, I'll be watching to see what happens there. Learning live does hit different. Yes, Sunny, for sure. For sure. Now I need OM TikTok. I do have a TikTok account. It's just I haven't posted anything in there. Like I don't have time to create because creating TikTok content is different from YouTube content. So like it's those little 30-second clips. So I haven't created much TikTok content on there. Oh, thanks you found it. Be cool. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. No problem, the male nurse. Thanks for being here. Flying is incredible. It's even like from a recreational standpoint, it's amazing. Thanks, Michael. Travis, it's something that it's hard to do because I am not like getting used to online communities is different because I don't know. You got to get used to the keyboard ninjas, I guess. The people hiding in their mom's basement behind their keyboard. So I got to get used to it. And I had to remind myself like the dude that's dissing me right now is probably a 15-year-old that's getting yelled at by his mom because he hasn't cleaned his room. So I'm really gonna let somebody like that upset me. So so yeah, it's taken me a little adjustment to get used to the online community aspect, but it's fun. I love helping and love teaching. I haven't seen that, Chris. I haven't seen that. I'd like to look at it though. All right, so Qs are kind of rolling here. This little bit of sell volume is dipping off, and XLK is doing the same. XLF is not moving. SPY is still dipping down. Oh, look at that big sell on the SPY. Holy smokes! Glad I got out of that crap. Man, is there news? What's going on here? VIX starting to increase. All right, I'm going to flip over to puts real quick. Hold on. Puts 432s, July 14th, $1.15. I'm not in them yet, but I'm going to get ready just in case this is an event that's going to bring this down. XLF is there. VIX curling up 1634. Let's look at the volume on SPY. All right, big volume candle, one of the biggest of the day so far, if not the biggest, except for this morning ones here. So this is significant. Let's see if it gets bought up. Let's see if it gets bought up. I can, King. I can, yeah. Nice, Julie. Ooh, vacation in the Smokies. I love the Smokies. Love the Smokies. Will you go to Gatlinburg? Gatlinburg's amazing. Pigeon Forge. Love it. Love it down there. That's where your honeymoon was. Awesome. Yeah, it's a lovely place. I love it. I love getting a cabin down there. Now I've had a crazy week. I've made an insane amount of money this week, so I'm not going to push any positions here. I think opposite of a lot of people. A lot of people think, hey, I'm up in a crazy amount. I've got free money to play with. I'm going to be more risky. I think the exact opposite. I protect my profits at all costs. So I'm going to be more conservative here to protect my pocketbook. Did I just say pocketbook? To protect my pockets than I am going to let this thing roll. Out of California to Knoxville. You and everybody else, man. There's so everyone that's moving here is from California, but it's a fantastic place. I hope you get to come here. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Knoxville is. The Southeast is an incredible place for sure. Wanted to learn how to use the SPY and how to trade SPY. Put my first call in on SPY yesterday. Exit 435. Any tips? Well, the first thing for me is I don't hold anything overnight. So I think I. Oh, nice, John. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's awesome stuff. Which church? Yeah, the first thing is don't hold overnight. At least I don't. I'm doing very much. I'm doing being very successful, not holding everything out. It just brings in too much risk. Too much risk. Plus, you'll sleep better. You're definitely right, BDVL. Definitely right. Exit New York. There you go. Yeah, that's where my whole family's from, and they all moved to come down south. Every single one of them. Yeah, I spent some time in New York, back in New York for training, for pilot training, and one of my instructors had bought a $300,000 house, and he's paying 25 grand a year on property taxes. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what he told me. And I'm thinking, how in God's name can you afford $25,000 a year on a $300,000 house just on property taxes? It's insane. Like I'm paying like $1,500 a month right now. I'm in a year on property tax right now on, I don't know, a little over about just a touch under $1 million home. So it's like it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know how people afford it up there. It's crazy. Wow. Wow. Southeast is cheap down here, man. It's cheap. I'm not gonna say that, Mr. Boost. I'm with you, Farm D. I'm with you. California has entered the chat. First, you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention. And it's crazy, man. I don't want to offend anybody with this statement, but just specifically speaking from a financial point of view, I don't understand why anybody would want to live in California. Yes, it's a beautiful state, absolutely beautiful, like like Yosemite. It's a beautiful, beautiful state. But from a financial standpoint, like how could you afford to live in? I mean, obviously obviously the salaries, are higher there for cost of living and all that stuff. But man, yeah, definitely 70 degrees every day is something. Yeah, for sure. Kenneth, I don't trade HAs. I don't trade the Hike and Ashies. Bob Lablaw, nice, nice. All right, so right now SPY is the volume's dropped off here. Now we're kind of tread again. I'm not going to touch that again. I'm actually going to hop off here shortly and grab me a lunch, probably a tomato sandwich out of my tomato garden. Yesterday I made like a 4-inch tall tomato sandwich. I posted it in the hobbies channel. Fantastic, like amazing. I love my home. My tomatoes this year have been amazing. So now I've got this gigantic tomatoes to make giant sandwiches with. I love it. Thanks, BDVL. Appreciate it. Oh, Tony, good deal. Good deal. Nope, not a vegetarian. I just love my garden vegetables. I love vegetables. Tomato sandwich with bacon would be fantastic. BLT type thing without the lettuce. No problem, Julie. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being here. Isn't it though, Carpe? Isn't it? I pickle my jalapenos. I've got 3. They're called the giant jalapeno plants. Like I've never seen them before this year. And I'm going to do some pickle jalapenos. Make jalapeno relish. Make it hotter. Make her mild. I found a way to pickle jalapenos where there's no spice in it whatsoever. You just get the flavor for people. Like sometimes you just don't want spice, and I've made them where they're super super hot. So good stuff. Oh yeah, it is BDVL. That's exactly what I use it for. All right, so before we get off on too big of a tangent, because this is the trading channel, SPY is a 434.82. Qs is there. XLK is sideways there. I think this is a great opportunity for me to hop off and go grab some lunch, go grab a protein shake, and I will be monitoring the Discord and the YouTube as the day goes out. Hopefully we can get us another 30%, or that'd be fantastic. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Please, if you don't mind, go over and subscribe to the Patreon channel. I got a lot of cool stuff coming out. We got podcasts that are rolling out. This week has been delayed a few days because of technical difficulties. But I'm trying to provide as much value as I can. Plus, you support the community, allow me to devote more time here to give back to y'all. So thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you got a win. If you got a bit on that call, congratulations. Nice little 20-30%er before we head off to the weekend. If you didn't, better luck next time. Learn from your mistakes if you took any money, if taking a loss. But always join the Discord, learn, educate yourself on how to do this properly and long term. So thank y'all for being here. Ping me anytime for any questions. DM me anytime. I'm here for you all. This is why I do this. So thank y'all for being here. I'm out of here. See ya.